The race for Speaker of the House of Representatives in the next dispensation took another dimension recently, with opposition parties now exploring options to present candidates for the leadership contest in a clear departure from the past. Peter Akpanke is a House of Reps elect for Obanliku, Obudu and Bekwara constituency of Cross River State. He joins us now to look at the intrigues over the leadership race in the House as opposition parties set up an 11-member team to scout for candidates. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Welcome to Newsday.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, let's start with the makeup of the committee set up by the opposition parties to screen aspirants, contesting the speakership of the 10th House. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, we, the opposition members in the 10th Assembly, came together last week or last 2 weeks, and we had a meeting because of our numerical strength, because of the numbers. We have the numbers. We came together, and the leader, the convener, issued a communique that members of the opposition were going to run for speakership and deputy speakership of the 10th Assembly. And I think it's in line with that a committee has been set up to look into that. While the committee is yet to begin their work, we look forward to the coming days ahead and see what comes out of that. But as for now, like I have been saying, nobody has declared for that position. Maybe the committee is going to work out modalities on how people will declare. Until then, let's look at what the committee will do. Then I think we can talk properly about that.
All right. So since you started that, can you tell us what the committee is prepared to do and what they offer in terms of bringing better leadership to Nigerians in the House of Representatives?
Well, like you said it was set up to screen aspirants. So I'm sure people who are interested in contesting, they would go to the committee, present themselves, declare their intentions, go through the necessary screening, the committee. I think they want to come out with a formidable candidates who have no issues, candidates who can fly and that. And one thing interesting about this 10th Assembly is that we, the opposition, it's not business as usual. We, the opposition, we have the numbers. If you put the minority parties put together, we are the ones who are going to determine who becomes the Speaker of the House of Reps. So it's based on that meeting that committee was set up. So the committee should do their work. Because, like I said, in the coming days, events will unfold.
Well, you talked about having the numbers when the opposition teams up together, but are you worried perhaps that the opposition might not be as united as you think now that we're talking of zoning, and some people are speculating that there might be dollarization of the process also involved? What if some pull out of this alliance that you think you have? Any backup plan?
Well, we are united. The opposition is united. Other parties have not zoned anything. To me, it is the APC that I think they have attempted to zone. But it's unfortunate. The APC doesn't have the number to produce a Speaker of the House of Reps or Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps. It's not like before when they used to have majority. The opposition is in the majority now. We have the majority, though in minority. So their zoning arrangement, to me, I've been reading on the news. I've been seeing yesterday. I saw on net where other members contesting from the APC went to the National Working Committee and complained that they are not aware of the zoning. What we do in PDP, I'm a member of PDP. If there are so many people in a context and the party wants to prune down or to favor a particular party, they call all the parties involved, call all the parties together to sit down on the round table and discuss, and then try to step down for one person. It's something that they all agree. It's not something some person just come to do. What we are seeing in the APC, yesterday the governor of Ondo State fired a press release that they are not, if you read it, the zoning arrangement is like the governors are not carried along. And how do you choose a particular aspirant when the other contestants were not even part of the meeting? Who were the people part of the meeting? But I want to say that at this point in time in Nigeria, the zoning, to me, does not come into play here. It doesn't come into play because we are in a situation where we need someone who can salvage us. Nigeria is distressed. We have a lot of challenges. We need somebody who can do the job. We need somebody who can perform. We need somebody who can protect the sovereignty of and the independence of the legislature. That is what we need at this point in time. We don't need this zoning thing. To some of us, it's not going to work. Sorry to say that, it's not going to work. We are going to support. I'm a first-timer in the House of Reps. I want to make history. I want to support the independence of the three arms of government, especially the legislature, where I'm going to be or where I am. I'm going to support a situation where there's separation of powers. I'm going to support who ensure checks and balances in the House of Reps. So this zoning that the APC have done, that one is for their party. I'm not a member of APC. But for those of us in PDP and the other opposition members, I can assure you we will go to the floor of the House and vote the speaker that we are sure of. The speaker we know that will do the biddings of Nigerians. The speaker will know that will give our youth jobs. The speaker will know that can help to stabilize the legislature and stabilize the economy. That's the kind of speaker we are going to vote. Hello, I'm not seeing you. I hope it's not a technical
Oh, no,
issue.
no, we're still here. We're still here. You might not see us, but we are hearing you and seeing you very clearly, Peter. Speaking of...
okay, that's fine. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. The words political chicanery...
I'm saying that if you heard me clearly, I am saying that Nigeria at this point in time that we are is not about zoning. It's about competence. It's about capacity. It's about who can perform. It's about who can deliver. It's about whose antecedent shows that he has the capability to do the job. It's not about whether APC sat down, but unfortunately, the APC, they don't even have the number. So they cannot even zone. They can't even say they have zone. Even within themselves, the party, you have been seeing everywhere where people have disagreed with this zoning. Who are the people who sat and did this zoning when the governors are not being carried along? Are they not members of the party? Who are the members of NWC that took that decision? So they have been complaining, but that's their party issue. I'm not a member of APC. We are talking about the Speaker of the House of Reps of the Federal, or leadership of the House of Reps of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of the 10th Assembly. So that is what concerns most of us. So we need to, at this point in time as a nation, come together to support somebody who can salvage us, somebody who can deliver, somebody who knows the job, somebody who can stabilize the house, somebody who can perform, somebody who can ensure that the sanctity and the sovereignty of the legislature is protected, not those who maybe are holding leadership positions, who were agitating for this same sanctity and sovereignty of the National Assembly, but today they want, because they are holding leadership positions, they want to destroy the legislature. So that is what most of us are looking at this point in time.
Okay, I was saying earlier that the word political chicanery is something that has been thrown around, especially in this situation, knowing that the stakes are high. A lot of individuals feel that they should be compensated, represented. So there's quite a bit of horse trading and going back and forth. But you were talking about finding someone who is competent, capable, and deserving of the position. Which criteria are the Minority Caucus using in order to ascertain these qualities in an individual?
Well, like the Minority Caucus you're talking about, we have a convener, we have a spokesperson. I'm a member of that group. And then you even said there's a committee. So the committee will bring out the criteria they are using. But for some of us, new members elect, we came under a group called New Vision Support Group. We decided that this 10th assembly shouldn't just be like the normal rubber stamp assembly, the normal assembly where the executive try to determine what happens in the house, in the chambers of the National Assembly. we came together under that New Vision Support Group. We decided to bring ourselves together, decided to invite all the people running for speakership position of the 10th Assembly to come and interface with us, to interact with us. Out of everybody running, it's only one person who was unavoidably absent. They came and spoke to us, and when they spoke to us, we decided that we now sat down within ourselves and said, look, in this conversation, after having this interaction, it's only one person that has really said the mind of members. It's only one person that has said he will ensure projects. We all come from various federal constituencies, and you know that this is democracy, and our people are in dire need of dividends of democracy. So it's only one person who spoke our minds, who appealed to us and spoke the minds to all the members that he's going to ensure that projects get to federal constituencies. He's going to ensure the sovereignty of the National Assembly is protected. He's going to ensure that projects are fully funded and implemented. He's going to ensure that bills are passed speedily. And that person is Right Honorable Aliyu Mukhtar Betara. So those of us in the New Vision Group have come together, even though he's an APC member, we have come together to say, look, and checking his antecedents, he has been Chairman House Committee on Army. When he was Chairman House Committee on Army, the Army was promoted. The Army Committee was brought from grade C to grade A, checked the reforms. He had a lot of reforms there. When he was Chairman Defense, he made a lot of reforms there. When he was Chairman Custom, he made a lot of reforms there. And now he's the Chairman of Appropriation. We have gone to look at the budgets, since he became Chairman of Appropriation. We are going to look at the budgets. We see that projects are fully executed. We have gone past the era where contractors don't execute projects. He put a machinery in place to make sure that there are projects in every federal constituency in Nigeria. And then he follows up on the releases. And then looking at that antecedent, we have decided to queue behind him and say, look, this is the best man for the job. And in this his era as Chairman of Appropriation, as you know, you are a journalist. There has never been anything like budget padding. Nothing like budget padding at all. So we think that kind of man, if given the opportunity to serve in that capacity as the Speaker of the House of Reps, he will do better.
Well, we certainly know,
and excellently well.
We certainly know where you stand, on the speakership of the House of Assembly. But my final question to you is this: while not encouraging
House of Reps, point of correction.
While not encouraging a rubber stamp assembly, well, I'm wondering how realistic it is to expect that the House of Reps, will work harmoniously with the executive, regardless of party affiliation, especially now that the opposition seems to be teaming up against the APC.
One thing I failed to mention, or I didn't mention earlier, is that this our New Vision Support Group cut across all party lines. They are members of PDP, YPP, NMPP, APC, and all of that. We have decided that irrespective of any party affiliation, this is the person we want to support. And look at what the APC are trying to do. The APC should know that this is a democracy, and in democracy there's separation of powers. The executive, the judiciary, the legislature, they have their functions. The APC should stop trying to interfere in the affairs of the National Assembly, trying to impose a candidate on us who they think we should vote for in the House of Reps. I'm a Catholic. For those of us in Catholic, whenever we want to elect a pope, we go into our conclaves to elect our pope. That is how it's going to be in the House of Reps, in the chambers of the House of Reps. Most of these national NWC members who are doing this zoning, they are not members of the House of Reps. They don't have a vote. They cannot vote. So it lies solely on the House of Reps members to vote the speaker they want. And that is what some of us are saying, that we are going to that day elect the leadership we want. The leadership that represents the interests of Nigerians. The leadership that will deliver on the mandate that Nigerians have given. The leadership that will help all of us, House of Reps members, at least attract dividends of democracy to our federal constituencies. The leadership that will help our youth get jobs. The leadership that will help to stabilize our economy. The leadership that will help us solve our security challenges. That is what we are talking about. So we are saying at this point, it's not about zoning. It's not about choosing anybody for us. But that we ourselves have interfaced with these people, and we have decided that, look, this is the person we want to queue behind, and this is the person we feel can help Nigerians or Nigeria achieve this and help us achieve this, can help us deliver on the promises we make to our people. That is what we are talking about.
Well, Honorable Peter Akpanke, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and thank you for speaking on this topic.